Night had frozen itself over the trees. The forest was wrong, not quiet, but held still, as if a giant invisible hand pressed pause on the world. Skeletal branches stretched into the sky like ribs torn open to expose the heavens. The moonlight didn't shimmer or drift, it hung in rigid beams, pale and cold, refusing to move. Leaves on the ground turned to ash whenever the wind should have touched them. But there was no wind, no motion, only the sensation that something massive, ancient, and hateful had clenched its jaw around the world. Shadows stretched toward the center of the forest, toward you, as though the darkness itself had chosen a target, and waited. The deeper you walked, the thicker the air became. Not fog, not smoke, but something heavy, like the breath of a dying star pressed into the world. Dust didn't fall. Dust rose, paused mid-air, and then drifted back downward as if confused about gravity. Every sound was bitten off before it formed. Your footsteps landed without echo. Even the snap of a twig sounded more like a memory than a noise. The trees leaned in crooked angles, as if watching. You were not alone. The forest was holding its breath, or maybe it was being forced to. Then the forest reacted. A tree to your left groaned though no breeze touched it. Another split down the middle with a slow, painful crack, its bark peeling back like skin under a blade. The ground beneath your feet pulsed. Once, twice, like something enormous beneath the soil was adjusting its position, breathing, listening. Shadows shifted of their own will, twisting into elongated limbs that reached too far and too fast, crawling toward the center of the clearing. Something was waking, not from sleep, from containment. Then the sky flinched. The moon, too big, too heavy, lurched a full inch to the left like an eye snapping towards movement. Veins rippled across its glowing surface, dim craters throbbing like infected wounds. The light stuttered, the shadows spasmed, tree limbs jerked in a frantic dance as if the light itself was in pain. The world didn't just feel wrong, it felt observed, as though something above the sky had turned its gaze downward and realized you were standing exactly where it needed you to be. Your breath left your lips in a pale stream, and froze halfway, suspended like a ghost caught in a snare. The cold deepened, sharpening the edges of reality until the trees themselves seemed to glitch, their outlines blurring then snapping back into focus. Pressure crushed outward from the center of the forest, a silent pulse that made your teeth ache and your vision vibrate. The air, it wasn't still anymore. It was waiting too. Then it exhaled. Not from ahead, not from behind, not from any direction a human could understand. Darkness poured in like ink, dissolving the edges of the forest until the world became a narrowing tunnel. The shapes of trees blinked in and out as though the universe was shutting off sections of itself. A ripple of pressure rolled past you, bending the air, an inaudible, monstrous breath from a throat you could not place, from a mouth that wasn't in front of you but around you. The forest collapsed inward. The shadows began to peel off the ground like smoke rising to you from a body, and you understood, with a terror that punched into your bones. This was not the arrival, this was merely the first breath of something older than light and hungrier than death. Something that had been waiting for you long before you ever stepped into the forest.